Hi everyone, my name is Donna and I am a health and wellbeing personal trainer, and I am going to talk to you today about dealing with my lipedema and also some other health related conditions that I've come across when I went away for a weekend. Now usually going away for a weekend I would kind of suffer quite a bit on returning back from the weekend. So if anyone out there has got a chronic fatigue syndrome or an ME condition, or even the recent diagnosis that I found out about PoTS syndrome, then you may find we boom and bust quite a bit. Now, I found out about the lipedema condition in about February 2021, and I have been moving and doing my exercise around the condition, finding out what works for me with helping my energy and also building strength. So, the things that I have done that I wouldn't have done before when I went away. Number one was on the drive, we were in the car for about an hour and a half. I actually wore my compression leggings rather than jeans. Now I live in sportswear because it's my job, and I would usually go away for a weekend, I would wear my jeans quite a lot. So I thought, right, let's try this out. So I'm in the car, so I wore my black compression leggings, which I actually have here. These are from a brand called TLC Sport. They're quite thick and sturdy, and yeah, I absolutely love them because they are like, not, you know, when you bend over and you kind of can see through and stuff, you don't get any of that with these. And also I find they're quite good because I can wear them with day-to-day clothes and not necessarily gym-based clothes, so you know, you can get away with it. So I wore them in the car, and also I wore some compression socks as well. These are just some general sports ones. I have got some other compression socks, but I didn't really fancy wearing those, but I took those with me that I could then wear in the evening, just in case I did experience any lower limb swelling. So when I got to the hotel, I did have to have a little sort of 20-minute, half an hour kind of lay down, just elevated my feet. Another thing that I was really on top of this weekend that I did go away for, I just was drinking my water. If I don't drink, or even if I just have my 2 litres, my PoTS type symptoms are a lot worse and I tend to struggle. So even though I was away, I really kept on track with my hydration. Another thing that I would usually avoid, because you hear that salt is bad for you, I have recently been adding salt to a glass of water, not in my water bottle. I've been looking into adding an electrolytes supplement into my water bottle, but just with a glass, when I'm at home, I've been adding some pink Himalayan salt to my water. And also when I was away, I was actually adding salt to my breakfast in the morning. And I found when I was away, I could really manage my symptoms a lot better than what I would have usually done in the past when going away for a weekend. When I woke up from my little nap on day one, when I checked in, I actually went and had my shower, freshened up, and took to my body brush. So I took this with me, which again I wouldn't necessarily have done in the past, pre-lipedema diagnosis. So I took this with me, gave my legs and my body a bit of a brush after I'd had my shower. And then I went out in the evening, and I believe I wore some black trousers with a top. Again, I enjoyed 1 glass of Aperol Spritz because it was a little holiday, and other than that I just kept on top with sparkling water. Now I don't tend to drink a lot of alcohol, sometimes I might enjoy the odd glass, but it's just not worth the follow-up of symptoms that I get with the chronic fatigue syndrome and also the lipedema as well. So I enjoy like a social one-off drink, and that is fine for me, that is enough. Now the next day I woke up and I did take some gym wear with me, and I just feel sometimes I just need to do some movement, and it's really to help my body feel good, to help my legs, to help my hips, just to kind of get me set up for the day. I find I have a lot more energy first thing in the morning after I've taken a slow morning wake up. Then I have my energy, and then that's when it feels good to move. So I went to the gym, I've done about a 25-minute, half an hour little full body circuit, no expectations, but I just needed to shift up the lymph in my body and get it moving. We then went out for the day and I took my water bottle with me and we went out to a Lolworth Co we went out to Lower Cove and we done loads of walking. Now I was a little bit on the fence with this, and I said to my other half, I don't know how much I'm going to manage. The weather was quite overcast and cool, so that was ideal. And again, took the water with us. I had a little bit of salt with my breakfast because I knew I would be sweating slightly. And I took breaks. You know, he would walk on, I would sit down for a bit. And then he would come back, and then we would then go on to the next sort of part. We'd walk up, I'd have a little break, just a few minutes, up to 5 minutes, little sit down. Then I knew I was ready, and then I carried on. So usually before, I would have ignored that, and I would have just gone on and on and on, and then I would have had the massive offset of fatigue afterwards when I returned from the break. But I just took those moments of sitting down, took my breath, let my heart rate come down, and then carried on, and that massively helped me. As soon as we finished our walk, we went to a pub. I got a big glass of water, I elevated my feet, I then had a salty snack, and I just carried on, you know, with the day. We went back to the room, had my shower, done my body brushing, and then the next morning, because we were right by the sea, I got up first thing, went to the beach and dipped into the sea, and just felt the cold, cool water on my skin, and it just felt amazing. It kind of got rid of the swelling in my lower limbs, because I'm not, you know, they did swell quite a bit. My ankles were very, very tight, calf muscles were tight. Now I asked my other half how his legs were feeling, because I wanted to compare, and he seemed to be okay. Some general stiffness from walking around quite a lot, but nothing compared to how I was kind of feeling. So on the drive back, wore my compression socks, wore my compression leggings, got home, stayed hydrated, and I done a 30-minute yoga stretch out to really for my feet, to loosen off my feet. And I have got a video with the ball movements that I do with the massage ball. So if you want to see the kind of moves I would have done, then check out the video. I will link it on this video right now. And yeah, and then I was expecting the next day to have a flare up and to be quite exhausted, because that's what's happened to me for years and years and years. But I actually woke up okay, and I, you know, still went for my walk from where I live. I done a home workout. That's it. I did my little home workout, 25 minutes with some of the kit that I've just got behind me, and I've really found controlling my heart rate, controlling my rest, upping my salt, which I wouldn't have done before. I've just purchased some new electrolytes as well, which I can add to my water to see if that will help me. But it's also given me a little kind of glimmer of hope that now I know how to manage this a lot better. The PoTS symptoms rather than the chronic fatigue symptoms. I really feel like that I can actually step into a new journey, and also now I know about the lipedema. I know that when I do go away for weekends that I can control it. I'm one for going to gigs, going to festivals when we were out of COVID, and I would massively struggle back then because I didn't know what was going on. I would just say to my other half that I'm having like a moment where I would have to sit down. You know, I felt my blood pressure drop. I felt like I was going to pass out, you know, and I never knew the reasons why. But now I know if I wear my compression, if I stay hydrated, if I get some electrolytes, if I have some snacks on me as well, just to control my energy, that I actually feel like I got a bit of my life back. So I hope that anyone who's suffering, you know, with these sort of symptoms, I hope this video was helpful for you. And perhaps you could put some of those little tips in place going forward if you are, you know, going on a long drive or traveling, or just really learn how to manage the rest and the movement side of things. I find and it's helping for me. Now, I'm obviously not a doctor, this is just my own story, so it's just tips that I found out through my own education and kind of knowing your body. So if you know your body, I mean, I got diagnosed with CFS a couple of years back, and I still knew that something wasn't quite right with regards to my blood pressure, my feeling that I was going to pass out, the nausea, the migraines, and also the erratic heart rate that I was suffering with at rest. And you know, I just knew there was something right, so I just kept on fighting for an answer. And now I know how I can manage it. The PoTS in regards to the CFS, I really have got my fingers crossed that I've got this. I'm still sticking to home workouts. I'm still sticking to about 30 minutes. I'm controlling my heart rate. I have just gone back to lifting at a strength and conditioning gym. Again, I'm going to wear my heart rate monitor. I'm going to have about 2-3 minute rest in between each set and just go with it. I'm looking to condition this body again through a few years of deconditioning, and yeah, just going to stay hopeful. So I hope that was helpful. I will be doing a movement video every single Friday for you guys to join me. It's low impact, it is lipedema friendly, it's CFS friendly. For those of you who are like 60-70% and higher recovered, but take it in your, take it easy, take it to your level, do what you can do. And we do have to sometimes push the boundary a tiny percent to then get stronger, but just listen to your body. Now I am going to get a glass of water with some electrolytes in, carry on with my day of coaching clients, and I will speak to you all very, very soon. Bye.